Nothing to smile about. Asia's deadly addiction to betel quid. Editor's note: CNN's on the road series take you to different countries, exploring the challenges and opportunities they face. In October, we visit Myanmar, focusing on the country's development and putting its transformation in a global context. Yangon, Myanmar, CNN. Heavy users of betel quid reveal their addiction when they smile. Their teeth are stained a reddish black dye from years of chewing potent particles of apricot nuts and tobacco wrapped in a lead-coated betel leaf. Some people, after they eat, are drinking coffee or tea. Always after eating, I'm chewing the betel nut. I like it, said Myo Tan, a 28-year-old noodle seller at a market in Myanmar's largest city, Yangon. Like tea or coffee, betel quid or nuts, as they're often referred to, give user a lift. But unlike tea or coffee, they also give them oral cancer. Having one is okay, but the danger increases when you start having the second one. When you reach a certain point, people will get cancer, said Professor Yin Kong, Vice President of Kaohsiung Medical University in Taiwan, who conducted some of the first studies into the link between betel quid and oral cancer in 1990s. A betel quid is a name given to small parcels that typically contain apricot nuts wrapped in a betel leaf coated with stacked limbs. Some contain tobacco. Species may be added for test in different parts of Asia, including cardamom, saffron, cloves, and sweeteners, according to research compiled by the International Agency for Research on Cancer in its monograph Betel Quid and Apricot Nut Chewing, 2004. Read: The Fight to Free Myanmar Child Soldiers. Around 600 million people worldwide are thought to chew betel quid, making them the fourth most commonly used psychoactive substance after tobacco, alcohol, and caffeinated drinks. They're predominantly chewed in Asia, where their use isn't limited to adults. You can see it in the research and on the teeth of some children. In Myanmar, quids are popular with drivers who use them to stay alert on the road. Using 37 chews grant around 10 quid a day. He's a taxi driver and is stocking up at one of the many red sign stands in central Yangon. The tobacco is just like a drug, he said, so when I'm chewing the betel nut, I get a bit dizzy. He says he doesn't smoke cigarettes. Quids, he says, are better for me, though it's unclear whether he's referring to his health or the cheap cost of the addictive little parcels. A pack of 3 costs 1,000 Burmese kyat, around 10 US cents. At least that's how much seller created 26 charges at his store in central Yangon. He's quickly wrapping new puzzles while using red weights. Read, being a monk in Myanmar. Young Ted can say how many puzzles he makes a day, but in a couple of minutes he'd made 6. He swiftly coats the leaf with lint before arranging them in rows and adds avocado nuts and a sprinkle of tobacco. He flicks some more lint on before baking them and adds another sprinkle of tobacco for good measures. Yu Xin smiles as he hands over his cash. His teeth lack that familiar shade of red. The chewing of avocado nuts dates back centuries, as far as the Bronze Age, according to a study of remains excavated at New Nap, Thanh Ho Province in Vietnam, published in 2001. Researchers found the teeth appear to be stemmed by betel quid. The practice has been around so long it's become an important part of culture and religious rituals. And in some parts of Asia, the puzzles are used as a herbal remedy for anything from toothache to eczema. Some also believe that they have aphrodisiac properties. Scientific research has found that chewing betel quid leads to an increased risk of cancer, whether or not tobacco is included. Carcinogens derived from tobacco and the avocado nut were found in the saliva of people chewing the puzzles, though it wasn't clear whether they are leaching from the tobacco or whether they were being produced during the chewing process. Cole thinks it's the latter. The leaves are fine. They will not cause cancer. Leaf will not lead to cancer, but it may accelerate carcinogen to release. It's a hidden danger, Cole said. In some countries, authorities have launched awareness campaigns, but health officials face an uphill battle in convincing addicts that it's not worth the buzz. In Taiwan, Cole says people are aware, but it's just hard to get rid of the addiction. Papua New Guinea recently introduced a ban on the sale and chewing of areca nuts in the capital Port Moresby, but there was many to rid the city of unsightly red saliva users spit into the street when they chew. In Myanmar, the Consumer Protection Association, a non-governmental organization, has started trying to raise public awareness of the risk of betel quid. However, its message is about the dangers of pesticide on leaves. Long ago, betel leaves were used as medicine, but nowadays betel leaves cause ovarian cancer because of the excessive use of pesticide and insecticide. The association's chairman, Bu Otnick, told CNN, "It's a theory that's not supported by any scientific evidence," Cole said. There's absolutely no relation between the two. Both avocado nuts and leaves have very strong resistance to pests, so neither are usually used during cultivation, he said. Earlier studies show pesticide may have a connection to lymph cancer or blood cancer, but never over cancer, he added. Despite the evidence, noodle seller Mo Min Thang has no plans to kick the habit. He said he needs his 10 parcels a day to stay awake during long shifts at his market stall, which start at 3 a.m. with a trip to the wholesaler and end at 8 p.m. when he dumps his unsold stock. I'm working the whole day. It's a very long day. So when I'm chewing the bitter nut, I don't want to sleep, he said.